Joe, I have some clients that really want to get into real estate investing, but they can't afford to put all of their cash into the home. They're going to need a loan. So you were mentioning that there are a couple different types of loans that they could essentially get for this investment. So I'm Katie, the real estate gal in Denver Metro, Colorado. I'm a licensed real estate agent in this state, and so if you're looking to buy, sell, you name it, I'm your real estate gal. Now this is Joe. He is a commercial lender, so I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi folks, I'm Joe McCoy. I do commercial and investor lending here in Denver. So today we're talking about investor loans and what's available out there. So Katie, there's basically three types of loans that are available for people that want to buy an investment property. The first type are government-backed loans, and those can be obtained through Fannie or Freddie. The pros of getting a government-backed loan is they have a really low down payment, sometimes as little as 5% down, and they're fixed for a long term. The cons of a government-backed loan are it's a very arduous loan process. It can take many weeks to complete, and one of the requirements is that you have to live in a property for at least a year. So, if you're someone and you're pretty flexible, maybe you want to buy a duplex or something and you live in one side and rent the other, that's a good way to get started, or even maybe a larger building. They do require, though, that you live in that.
Do you think that the government-backed loans are the most common for investment properties?
They're not, and the reason why is a lot of people, they don't want to live in the property. They want to do this more from a passive income standpoint, or maybe hands-off standpoint. So for an investor property, a second type of loan would be a traditional bank loan. That's what I do. The pros of that is usually, a banker can structure your loan, give you some good terms that are favorable, get you locked in at a good low rate, and it's a less strenuous loan process than if you're trying to go through a government type of program. And probably, Katie, what's most important is for a bank loan, you have a banker, you have someone that does this every day, has a wealth of knowledge that they can share. So sometimes they can point out things to you or find a creative way to, make the numbers work.
Perfect. Okay, and then the third loan, alternative lender or hard money loan. What is that?
So hard money loans are loans where generally there's no credit check, you don't qualify for them personally, and they can close these very fast. It's typically private money that does this. The drawbacks to hard money loans are they typically want larger down payment, say 30 or 35%, and they charge really high interest rates and fees. And so if you're trying to make the numbers work to buy an investment property and you've got this really expensive loan, it's going to really make it tight for you to do.
Is that kind of like high risk, high reward?
Yes.
Perfect.
A lot of investors that I know that use hard money loans, they do it just to be able to hop on something quick and get something acquired and get into the property, and then once they can get the property bought, get the rents up, whatever, then they refinance out of it as soon as they can into probably a bank loan.
Now, is there a time limit for hard money loans?
Hard money loans are usually short term, so they're usually 6 months, and then they renew for another 6 months, and every time you renew, you pay points, so it can get expensive in a hurry.
Got it. So, Joe, how does someone know what loan to ask for if they're going to the bank?
So when you go to the bank, you want to kind of have a plan for what you're trying to do, or be able to explain your plan to your banker. And then your banker can guide you into what will work best for you. A lot of times it might be driven by, I only have this much of a down payment to do, or I want to buy this property, but I need money to fix it up as well. So really kind of depends on what your needs are, Katie. And a banker can look and, once they understand what you're trying to do and what you have to work with, then they can steer you into the right, the appropriate loan for you.
That's really good to hear, because one struggle that I have is I want to become an expert before I really dive into anything. But it sounds like I don't necessarily need to be an expert in order to know exactly what loan there is. So thank you for providing that comfort in that I can lean on an expert to help guide me in the right direction.
The smart thing to do to get started is before you even go down that path, go talk to a lender, find out what they need from you, find out what they're going to be looking at to qualify you, and then you can start working on that piece of it. So many times I have people that they just run out and find a property, they fall in love, and then, oh my gosh, I got to get a loan, and it's just panic mode, and they're trying to scramble. And if you do your homework first, it makes it so much easier and smoother.
So it sounds like you should get pre-approved before you go start searching for homes or for properties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can do that on investment property, investment real estate, same as you can with a consumer mortgage. You can go talk to your lender, kind of get a pre-approval. It works a little bit different than consumer mortgages. It's more kind of open-ended and not quite as committal, but at least your lender can give you a pretty good idea that, yeah, we can do something, or here's how we could do something for you.
That's perfect information. I think that's a really great starting point. So we're going to put our contact information in the video description box, so please reach out to us. Phone or email works completely fine. I'm Katie, the real estate gal. Please reach out to me if you have any real estate needs. And this is Joe McCoy. If you have any lending questions whatsoever, we are more than happy to help. Thanks so much for watching. So the comment section, what is that blurb called? I don't remember what that's called, like the profile.
The
right? Like, good.
It's not the comments section, it's the
Descriptive.
contact info section.
Is that what we're calling it?